Inside this box is the brand new Meta Quest 3S Xbox Edition, the limited edition version of the VR headset that released last year. This exclusive Xbox bundle retails for $399, which is $100 more than the standard Meta Quest 3S. So in today's video, I'm gonna find out if this bundle is worth it. But first, I wanna give a huge thank you to PLAUD AI for sponsoring today's video. You ever get off of your phone or maybe out of a meeting and realize, I have no idea what was said? This happens to me all the time, and I don't know about you, but I don't bring a notepad with me and write down everything that's said. But that is where PLAUD AI comes in. PLAUD Intelligence offers AI transcription and summarization capabilities developed on GPT 4.1, O3 Mini, Claude 3.7 Sonnet, and Gemini 2.5 Pro. Essentially what that means is that PLAUD will help you record and then transcribe any meeting or important piece of information that you need to remember. The PLAUD Note, which obviously features PLAUD AI, has one press recording for meetings and calls so you don't miss any important details. It supports up to 112 transcription languages, and it's got 30 hours of continuous recording, 60 days of standby, and 64 gigabytes of storage, so you don't miss a single thing. Not only that, you can also get unlimited cloud storage. What's great about PLAUD is that it gives you the opportunity to be fully engaged in a conversation without having to look down at your notepad or on your phone if you're keeping notes on your phone. PLAUD has some unique advantages over using your phone for note-taking or recording. First of all, you don't have to worry about your phone running out of battery because your PLAUD battery life is amazing. You also don't have to worry about recordings getting interrupted by incoming calls. I get a ton of spam calls, and whenever I'm recording anything, kind of screws it up because it stops the recording. PLAUD is a dedicated and reliable tool for productivity. PLAUD literally handles all of the note-taking for you with, of course, that one press recording that we talked about, voice-to-text transcription, and AI summarization. So even if you're in a 4-hour meeting and don't want to have to go through all the transcription, you can literally use the AI to summarize it, and you know the gist, you know all the bullet points, you know all the important details. I've been using the PLAUD Note for a while, which I love. It's MagSafe, so you can clip it onto the back of your iPhone, which is amazing. Even with this little case that I use to connect it to the back of my phone, it's super tiny, super thin, very lightweight, and very unobtrusive. Now, if you prefer to rock your PLAUD on your wrist, you can grab the brand new PLAUD Note pin. You can wear it on your wrist like a watch, or you can clip it onto a pocket. Seriously, PLAUD has changed the way that I take notes, and it keeps me engaged without missing the important details. Even if you are a great listener, which unfortunately I'm not, so PLAUD really helps me out, PLAUD can still help you by organizing the important transcriptions and also making sure that you remember all those tiny details that you probably would have forgotten. And for a very limited time, make sure to use the code on the screen to get 20% off of your order from July 1st to July 8th. So check out the PLAUD Note and the PLAUD Note pin through the links in the top of the description below. And once again, a huge thank you to PLAUD for sponsoring today's video. Many brands have been trying to compete in the consumer VR headset space, but none of them have had the overwhelming success that Meta has had with their Quest line. Obviously, Meta bought Oculus a few years ago, which gave them a huge leap because Oculus have been working on VR technology for probably decades. But what Meta has done that no other brand could really do is create a very capable and still reasonably priced VR headset that works really well. So unlike PlayStation, who created their own VR headset for the PlayStation 5, it seems like Xbox has teamed up with Meta directly and instead is releasing an Xbox version of the Meta Quest 3S. So without further ado, why don't we dive right in? So the Meta Quest 3S Xbox Edition comes in this pretty cool box. It's sort of a black matte paper. On the front, it's got Meta Quest 3S Xbox Edition, and then of course, the Quest like peeking up out through the bottom of the box as if it's coming out of the waves like a whale. That's what it reminds me of. You've got Meta Quest and Xbox's logo. On the back, you've got the exclusive Xbox controller that you get that I believe is only available in this package. And then of course, the amount of storage that you get in this device, 128 gigabytes, which we'll talk about in a second. That is actually the same amount of storage that you get inside the lowest end. However, I think that the $399 price point, even though it's $100 more than the standard Meta Quest 3S, is justified, as you'll see as we go through the box. On the back, you've got a list of the things that are included inside the box. And then on the side, you've got the pull tab. So without further ado, let's pull those tabs. All right, so underneath the sleeve, you've got the Xbox logo and the Meta Quest logo right there. There we go. So right off the bat, you can see that there are some things that are included in this package that are not in the standard version, although in the standard version, you know, you do get Batman, which is nice. First things first, you've got some paperwork. You've got some instructions on how to use the strap. You've got redeem your Xbox 3-month Game Pass trial, and then I guess the instructions. Next up, we've got the headset itself. Right here, look at this. Ooh. So this headset obviously comes in a different color than the standard Meta Quest 3S. The standard one only comes in white. This one comes in a very premium looking black. Well, you know what's interesting about saying that? I shouldn't say premium looking because honestly, whenever there's a new color of something that's already been out for a while, if it's a different color, it generally feels more premium because it is usually a special edition or a limited edition or maybe a nicer version of that older product. So in this case, because it's black and it's different, in my head, it feels more premium. That could also be because of the Xbox green that you've got going around the sort of ventilation area on the front. Just like the original white 3S, you've got your 6 sensor array right there in the front, cameras and sensors for depth sensing and things like that. And then on the side, on sort of the right temple, you've got the Xbox logo kind of hidden there in the hinge. The other side, of course, is the USB-C. Now, as you may have guessed, this headset is actually exactly the same as the original MetaQuest 3S. There's no performance improvements other than the color and the Xbox branding. It's exactly the same. However, in this bundle, unlike the original headset, you actually get the more expensive strap. This is, I believe, like a $70+ add-on if you want to purchase this for the original MetaQuest 3S. And from what I've heard, this strap is significantly nicer than the original. On the original, you just had sort of your regular Velcro style straps, which for me was fine, but I did find because the weight of the headset was so centered in the front of your face, over time it would kind of slide down your face a little bit. This one does apparently a much better job of actually getting the weight to be better distributed. Let's see, how do I adjust the, oh, like that, there you go. Kind of like the PlayStation one. Oh wow, yeah, this is way more comfortable. It doesn't feel like the weight is just all at the front. Instead, the weight is kind of distributed throughout the entire headset, which makes it much more comfortable, and you've got some nice padding in the back. Of course, this strap comes in plastic. It is also semi-translucent too. You can actually see through it. I don't know if you guys can because the light's coming from the front, but no, you probably can't see it, but it's semi-translucent plastic. Kind of a smoke gray. Of course, you've got your Fresnel lenses right there. We'll pull off the plastic of the lenses right there so we can test this bad boy out. Button-wise, it's exactly the same as the original MetaQuest 3S. You've got your pass-through button right there, your volume rocker. You've got, where's the power button at? Right there on the side. Of course, USB-C, and then some other cameras around the corners of the device to really help you with your sort of spatial awareness, or I guess the spatial awareness of the device. And then you've also got your glasses extender, which is for anyone who wears glasses. I wear glasses, but generally I wear contacts, especially when I'm filming videos. You guys very rarely see me in my glasses. Although my eyes suck, so I wear my glasses every day, I just not on camera. Inside this little package right here, you've got your power brick right there, and of course a USB-C to USB-C cable. I've already got some, so I'm just gonna use those instead. Everything's already like set up and plugged in my studio, so I just don't need to. But let's continue on with what else we get inside the box. So next up, we get these, which are the controllers. Ooh, very nice. So they feel and look exactly like the originals, except for the color scheme. So the color scheme, unlike the originals, comes in all black. You've got green on the lettering right there. The B and the A comes in green, and then you've got the X and the Y also in green. And then under the joysticks, you've got green as well. Now, obviously, the originals were white and then sort of a graphite gray on the top. These ones look great. I feel like they're going to show less wear, they're going to show less hand grease and grime, which is a very nice thing, although I did like the white look a lot. And just like the originals, they feel great. Joysticks are a bit smaller than like a regular, Nintendo Switch 2 controller or even an Xbox controller. Probably should just show the Xbox controller to show you what the joysticks are looking like. Feel great in the hand. I've played a lot of new era football with these controllers, throwing some fire passes to my receivers as Seth Jackson, as I call myself. Next up, we have got the exclusive limited edition, only available in this bundle, Xbox controller that actually is only Xbox branded. There's no Meta branding on this controller, which kind of makes it even cooler. So it is the newer Xbox Series X controller. Now, as you can see, it comes in all black. You've got green accents underneath the joysticks, which, as you can see, are bigger than the joysticks on the individual controllers. You've got the green lettering, which actually looks way cooler on this controller than on these, because on these it seems like it's just printed. On this, it's sort of actually like a 3D letter inside this clear button. But then the coolest detail, in my opinion, is that the D-pad and also the triggers, at least the bottom triggers, are sort of a smoke gray. They're actually semi-translucent. You can see through them. It kind of reminds me of those good old early 2000s, 90s controllers, that sort of clear plastic look that we had on our iMacs and our Nintendo 64 Jungle Green editions. Still no rechargeable batteries, so there's that. As you would expect, this controller feels amazing in hand. I mean, it's essentially just your standard Xbox Series X controller, and it's special, it's custom, it's only available in this pack. But the reason you get this controller with the brand new MetaQuest 3S Xbox Edition bundle is because this comes with 3 months of Game Pass, which means that you can actually use this controller as the Xbox controller on your brand new Xbox. I mean, MetaQuest 3S. I was making a joke about how everything's an Xbox now and accidentally called this the 3X, but there you go. So let me clarify why this bundle is $399. Of course, the MetaQuest 3S that you get inside the box, other than the color, is exactly the same as the standard 128 gigabyte, $299 MetaQuest 3S. However, you do get some extras with this, like the 3 months of Xbox Game Pass to play Xbox on your MetaQuest 3S. You get the Elite headset, which I believe, like I said before, is around $70. So that right there almost bumps you up to that $100 price point. And then you also get the limited edition only available in this bundle controller, which would be like a $60, $70 controller right off the bat. So honestly, when it comes to the actual accessories that you're getting, at least in terms of retail value, this bundle is already worth more than the price point. That being said, you can probably find the 3S on sale for Prime Day, the original one, which is coming up in the next couple days. I've made sure to link it through the YouTube shopping tab on your screen. And you don't get the 256 gigabytes, which you get on the standard 3S bundle. That's $399. There are two tiers, the 128 and the 256. The 128 starts at $299 and the 256 starts at $399. So now there are, I guess, three tiers. You've got the 128, the regular one, the 256, and at the same price point as the standard white 256, you've now got the limited edition Xbox bundle, which is the same price but comes with less storage. However, it comes with a bunch of accessories. If you would like to play cloud games on your MetaQuest 3S with your Xbox controller, this is the way to go. However, if you already have a MetaQuest 3S and you don't care about the colors, maybe you already have an Xbox controller, you don't need this. Not to say this isn't a cool bundle, not to say that I don't like this bundle, I think this bundle is sick, but realistically, if you already have a MetaQuest 3S, you're getting the same exact functionality. You could buy the Elite strap and you could buy probably even a used controller for probably under $100. That being said, if you're getting into the MetaQuest universe for the first time, the 3S is actually a really great headset to go with. It's not as expensive as the standard 3, which actually is a slightly more powerful headset and has better lenses. This is like the best entry point, I think, for VR when it comes to VR gaming and watching YouTube videos and doing things like that. So keep that in mind. Seriously, I go much more in depth in my review of both the MetaQuest 3 and the 3S, which you guys can check out. They're linked in the description below. I talk about all of the differences and, issues and good things and, pluses and minuses, pros and cons, whatever you want to say, in those videos. So if you're interested in buying a headset that maybe isn't specifically this headset, or maybe you want to learn more about the tech specs of this headset, check out those videos. All that being said though, let's turn this guy on and play some games. There we go. We are up and running, boys. Let's jump into some Xbox games. So it comes with a 3-month subscription to Game Pass. Now, of course, you can cloud game with Game Pass, which is great. My studio is not usually this messy. I unboxed a lot of stuff recently, guys. That's just don't look at it. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. Woo! Now the sound does sound amazing because the speaker's like right here, and it's loud. I forgot how good pass-through is, man. It's crazy. You're like, look at this. Look how good that looks. Crazy. There we go. You can make the screen significantly bigger, like this. So I now have a giant screen in front of me, which is very cool. That's one thing that's really cool about this Xbox system is that, or this Xbox way of playing, is that you literally can set up a giant screen. Obviously, I got a big screen over there. But you can set up another giant screen right here, and it's almost as if you are playing on a virtual screen, which you can check out like from different angles, which is really cool. Love that. Let's go into theater mode. Let's go into theater mode. Woo! That is huge. I didn't realize I made the theater mode that much bigger. Okay, cool. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The colors aren't as vibrant as on a regular TV. I'm sure that's something that could be adjusted. Also, it's possible that that is just the Game Pass settings. But it could also be the lenses and maybe the headset itself, because think about it, at the end of the day, while no, this game is not processing on the headset, it's still got two little screens that you're looking through. This is pretty rad though, playing on this giant screen. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty rad. But still a very playable experience, even though it's getting streamed right now, which is crazy. There was a weird like flash over there, that's odd. And this is all happening while I'm downloading another game, so I'm pretty impressed. Let's play some stationary New Era 2025. I should probably put on the wrist straps for this, because I'm certain I'm going to throw these controllers. I usually play standing, but right now I'm going to do seated. Well, I did standing by accident, but it's fine.
That nervous energy, channel that. It's going to win us the game.
I'm seated. This dude is all the way up there.
Hey, no fear.
Let's go. I'll just be the shortest quarterback of all time. Let's go, boys. You guys are so much taller than me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that. Woo! Let's go, boys. Yeah. What's good? What's good? Woo! Okay, boys. This is what we're gonna do. Now let's do tight end team. I think I can knock that out of the park. Here we go. Oh crap! Come on, let's go! Let's go! Woo! Woo! All right, boys. Let's go! Woo! We're on slants again. I got to. I know it can work. I know it can work. Come on, Mark. Oh, did he get the first? Let's go. I don't care what you guys say. I'm running this in myself. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You suck. You suck. Yo, you suck. You suck. Okay, let's do some defense. Why not, right? Let's run some defense. I'm just gonna run straight for the QB. There you are, Aaron Rodgers. I'll get you. Oh yeah. Boom. Yeah, run away. I was having way too much fun. Well, I can pretty confidently say that I think it's worth it. All right, well, either way, guys, if you want the limited edition Xbox bundle, it is available right now for $399. I've made sure to link it through the YouTube shopping tab on your screen. If you want to go for just the VR capabilities and maybe you don't need Xbox Game Pass, or maybe you already have Xbox Game Pass and an Xbox controller, no need to buy this version of the bundle. I'd say either buy the cheaper $299 version, that's basically the same exact headset, and maybe buy the more expensive strap. I feel like that does add a nice little extra layer of comfort to it. Or buy the 256 gigabyte version if you plan to download a lot of games. Good news is, VR games are not that large. I think Pro Era that I just played is like 4 gigs, so definitely worth checking out. But hey, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.